festival. So our talk will be basically related to this two events. So Narad Muni in Narada Bhakti Sutra, he says that Tadinam Tadinam Durnidham Mandi Megacham na Durdinam Yad Dinam Krishna Samlapa Katha Piyusha Varjitam. He said that, like, what is a bad day? What is an inauspicious? Sometimes we say, like, when it's too much cloud in the sky, we want to go somewhere. We want to have fun, like we want to have a party, like outside. But somehow it's cloudy, it's like getting to be rain. So we consider that as a very inauspicious day. It's a worst day. But actually, Narad Muni says that that actually is not an inauspicious day. The most inauspicious day is actually when we don't have the time, the day, where the discussion of Hari Katha is not there. That is the most inauspicious day for him, right? And in the same way, today we are here to talk about some pastime of the Lord in this auspicious day. And you got the opportunity to hear. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a lot of glories about the power of hearing, right? So it is very important that if you want to really purify our heart, right? So hearing is very, very important. So first, everything starts with hearing, right? So hearing can actually transform a person. Like somebody is very, very happy. They can make the hearing process can make them sad. Somebody comes and say, hey, some of your relatives died. You're so happy, you're having so much fun, like you're so hungry, you want to have some good samosa and pizza. But somebody says that, like, your very close relative died. Your whole appetite will go away. That's the power of hearing. But in the same way, when there is stress, like you're going in such a precarious condition, but there is some good news, that can really transform your, that stays a little bit, right? So that's why, but in Shastra, that's why the Shruti, the whole Veda is called Shruti because it's hearing. The process of learning comes from hearing. So this auspicious day we want to utilize that to hear about Krishna Katha on Diwali and Govardhan festival. So before that we want to just start praying with Jai Radha Madhav. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jaya Gopi Janavala Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Damodar ki, Hनुमान Trai ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki, Gaur Premanande. So today we are going to speak on, as I said, Govardhan. So I took this verse from Govardhan Vasa Prarthana Dashakam. So Nijapati Bhuja Dandas
Nijapati Bhujadanda
Chhatra Bhavam Prapadya Pratihatama Drishto Danda Devandra Garva Atula Prithula Saila Bhupa Priyam Me Nija Nikata Nivasham Dehi Govardhanatvam Nijapati Bhuja Dandaj Chhatra Bhavam Prapadya Pratihatama Drishto Danda Devandra Garva Atula Prithula Saila Sreni Bhupa Priyam Me Nija Nikata Nivasham Dehi Govardhanam Tvam. Translation. O Govardhan, O King of all incomparable great mountains,
O King of all comparable great mountains,
O hill
O hill
that became an umbrella
that became an umbrella
with the arm of your own Lord
with the arm of your own Lord
as the handle,
as the handle,
and then destroyed
and then destroyed
the pride of the Deva king,
the pride of the Deva king,
madly
madly
attacking with raised weapons.
attacking with raised weapons.
Please
Please
grant the resident
grant the resident
near you
near you
that is so dear to me.
that is so dear to me.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Shvapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Shahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Larita Shri Visakham Vitam Sa. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we have very less time. So after the talk, I think 15-20 minutes we'll have discussion. Then we'll have Damodar Arti after that. So this is one of the a very important month that is going on, the Kartik month. So generally, in different devotees in Vrindavan celebrate in different way. But as our Vaishnava Acharya, we celebrate from the Purnima, the Rasa Purnima. So from Purnima to the next coming Purnima, we celebrate the whole month as a Kartik month. And there is a lot of glories that what is the power of this Kartik month, right? So na kartiko samu maso na kritena samayugam na veda sadrisham sastram na tirtha gangaya samam kartika parvaro maso vaishnavanam priya sada kartikam sakalam yastu bhaktika sevata vaishnava. So there is no month that is most holy than Kartik. He said. It's not even close. This is Vyasadeva actually explained in Skanda Puran. And na kritena samam yugam. There is no any yuga like Sati Yuga. Na Veda sadrasham sastram. There is no sastra, right, greater than Vedas. And na tirtha gangaya sama. There is no holy place than Mother Ganga, right? And it says because of this, the Kartik is so priya, it's so favorite of the Vaishnavas, right? So holy that they want to utilize this holy place because the Vaishnavas, they want to utilize, like, you know, it says no other place like the month of Kartik is very, very dear to Vaishnavas because it's very dear to Krishna. And the other name of in this Kartik, this Kartik is a month of bhakti. It's a Urjeswari, like, you know, Urja. It gives the energy, the spiritual energy. Srimati Radharani. It's the month of Radharani, it's called Urjeswari. Radharani's other name is Urjeswari. So this is the holy month of Kartik going on. And you all are coming here to, like, you know, getting that benefit and utilize the benefit of this month. And also, there are a lot of actually glories of Kartik. So many in the Puranas, you can find so many. I'll speak of one slokas for you as a reference. And also, this sloka, Kalpakoti Sashrani Patkani Bahunyapi, right? Nimesha Ardhena Dipashya Vilayam Yanti Kartike. So, we know that in Vedic tradition, like, you know, every month, so like Vaishak, like, you know, people like to do Jaldan. You know, they offer like Jal to the Lord. So there are different, like in Magh, they like to offer, like, you know, the sesame seed, all those dana they used to do. But in this Kartik, right, the deep dan, the power of offering the ghee lamp, right, is so powerful. It says that even a short time, you're just offering a nimesha. Nimesha is very short time. You're offering a ghee lamp to the Lord in this Kartik month, right? You say, like, whatever scene he has acquired from millions of kalpas, just imagine, millions of kalpas, right, are destroyed. That's a power, right? That's a power of offering the ghee lamp. And as I was saying, like, you know, so this is time, like, you can we'll have opportunity to offer. So we see that, like, you know, this diya, we know this diya represents the symbol of hope, right? The positivity, right? The symbol of victory over evil. So that's the power, like, you know, and we see, like, even we celebrate any kind of, there's a celebration, we always, like, put diya. Your birthday is there, some other auspicious, or any kind of ceremony, diya represents that. Because it's positivity, it's a beginning, because the Vedic tradition is to see everything in a positive way, right? You can do something better, right? So when we offer the diya, when we are going to offer, so make sure you pray to the Lord, right? So it can clean your ignorance in the mind, right? Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya. May that divine, the enlightenment come in our heart, right? Praying that way. So may that the diya may paint our heart with bhakti, right? And it gives us positive vibration in our life. And let this diya give a hope on you. So many times in our life, like, you know, we are frustrated, right? So many things is going on in our life. And may this diya, when you make a prayer, please pray that, like, you know, please the Lord, give me the positive spirit. right? This upcoming life, that you can give me this positive. I can do so much service for you, because negativity always drags our energy down, right? So this Deepavali is started actually, the main event that happened in Treta Yuga, when we know this pastime because of Kaikai, right? Asking boon from Dashrath. Dashrath Maharaj, he had to let his son, the dearmost son, Lord Ramachandra, right, to let go to the forest. And his heart was so much in pain, right? And the whole Ayodhya Vasis, actually not only Dashrath Maharaj, every single person except Kaikai and Mantra, everybody were in pain. When they heard this news, oh Lord Ramachandra, like, he was about to, coronate for the king. And now he has to go to jungle, right? Everybody was so sad and depressed. They was actually happy. Sometimes so happy. You are so happy. Lord Ram is going to be happy, going to become a king. Now in the next moment, they heard that he's going to jungle. Sometimes you're so much happy, you have some good news going on, right? And some depressing news, as in the beginning I was telling. You got you were about to have a party, right? And some of your friends, you're so hungry, I would have had the heart of samosas. And your friend comes, oh, you got failed in 3 subjects. What will happen? You get so depressed, right? But this is worse actually. The dearmost Lord Ram actually had to leave, right? And they say that for 14 years, they didn't even had this lighting the lamp. For 14 years, they had that kind of separation, right? Sometimes we can see the whole world becomes like back in for someone who loves someone, right? So it's same thing for the Ayodhya Vasis. And when after going to the forest, Lord Ramachandra lost Mother Sita, and Ravana kidnapped, and he killed Ravana. And when coming back, actually all the Ayodhya Vasis celebrated this event. Like Hanuman came and said, they put all the diya, entire Ayodhya, welcoming Lord Ram, right? So that represents Deepavali, right? That welcoming of the Lord in our house, in our heart. Nirmal Thakur says, our heart is very dark. And he says that Krishna is number one thief. He steals everything. He stole the gopis' clothes, he stole the yogurt, he steals everyone's heart. But because he's a stealer, number one stealer in the whole entire universe, so he also has to get a special punishment, right? For the thief, we have to punish him. So Bilwal Thakur says that I want to punish this thief in my darkness corner of my heart, because my heart is so dark, right? So many impurities are there, and I want to keep this Krishna in my heart, trapped for lifetime. So in the same way, that's why devotees are actually allowing Krishna to come in the part of their life, right? So I want to jump on another pastime that happened in this Diwali is binding of Lord in Vrindavan. So this is a pastime where Yashoda Mai had so many cows actually. She had millions and millions of cows. So among them, she had selected very few special cows for only Krishna. So she makes the milk, the yogurt, the ghee, everything, the makhan, everything from these special cows. So one day Yashoda was feeding Krishna, right? And she was churning and feeding, and at the time she realized that actually she had put this milk boiling, and she realized she just dropped Krishna, and she ran away to save this milk. Then Krishna was so upset. I left everyone. I just wanted to sleep Yashoda Mai, right? And she just rejected me. And she started breaking all the pots, all the yogurt, everything. She started smashing everything, or whatever she sees, whatever he sees, right? Then Yashoda Mai comes back and sees Krishna is not there. And he could see the steps, baby steps of the yogurt, right? And she followed, and he saw Krishna is sitting with monkeys, eating the yogurt, and throwing with the monkeys, sharing with them. And Yashoda Mai became so upset. So upset. And that's why you see binds. She wanted to bind Krishna, right, in the mortar. And she bring the rope, she tried to bind Krishna, 2 fingers short. She connect other door and again two fingers short. How is this possible? In other pastimes you can see that Vamanadev, right, when he came to this world, and when he want to overcome all these 3, he became very huge. But Krishna, same size. But as long the rope she's connecting more ropes, she's not able to bind. She's trying hard. Today I am definitely going to bind you, Krishna. You're so naughty. She's trying and trying and trying and trying. And she's getting fatigued. And Krishna saw that. Your mother is really want to bind me. And Krishna allowed, and he allowed Yashoda Mai to bind him. Right? And Acharya described that why this is 2 fingers short. So the 2 fingers are our effort. So whenever we perform bhakti, there is need of our effort. Right? When Krishna sees that you're actually putting a lot of effort, to receive my mercy, then the mercy will flow. Right? So if you don't, you are so thirsty, for example, and you want water, right? So you should have some kind of vessel, right, where the water can be kept, right? And based on your size of a vessel, right, Shraddha Anusar Bhakti Anukur, whatever kind of size of vessel you bring, you will get same amount of water. No matter there's a abundant source of water, like the entire ocean is there, but your vessel is so small, you will get the same amount. You can't get more than what the size of the vessel, right? So by the association of devotee, that vessel of Shraddha, the faith, actually increases, right? So therefore that you need to put effort, right? Utsaha nisya dharya. So you have to keep that enthusiasm, right? And you have to have that determination that I want to achieve this love of God in this lifetime. And that amount of effort has to be there. So that's Krishna is showing through Yashoda Mai, that you have to put effort. And when our effort is really genuine, and Krishna will give us mercy. Krishna is going to give us mercy, right? So by our own endeavor, it's not going to happen. There has to be the mercy. And we know the pastime of this Nalakuver Manigaro, and Krishna is dragging this mortar with 2 big Arjuna tree in Vrindavan. And this Arjuna tree, and he pulls and it breaks this Arjuna tree. And from there 2 divine, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, they were sons of Kuveras. They appeared. And they're very beautiful actually pastime, where it shows that Krishna, there's got Danda and Daya. I don't want to go in this detail because we have a very limited time. And they delivered this Nalakuvera and Manigriva, where they were cursed by Narad Muni. Right? So, and other pastime we can see is the pastime of Govardhan. Right? So Govardhan pastime, we know that Giriraj Govardhan, there's a story. So Govardhan, go actually means cow. Vardhan means to nurture or nourish. So Govardhan, actually there's a beautiful pastime about Lord Brahma. So actually Lord Krishna himself appeared in this world once in day of Lord Brahma only. So in other time, Lord Vishnu comes as an incarnation. So in this particular day, Krishna requests Srimati Radharani. So Lord Brahma has requested me, come to this material world, go to the material world. So would you please, you also come with me. And Srimati Radharani said, without Yamuna, without Vrindavan and without Govardhan, it will not be fun. I will not be interested going to the material world. And Krishna says, all these things are taken care. So Giriraj Govardhan actually appeared as a son of Dronachal Parvat. He was son of Dronachal Parvat. And there was a rishi called Pulachya Muni. He came around and he saw this beautiful mountain, so beautiful. It has so many beautiful flowers, fruits are going on, so many beautiful caves, so many beautiful minerals are there. And he thought that, if I can have this this mountain for myself, because he used to live in Varanasi. So there is no beautiful mountains over there. He thought like if I take this Govardhan over there, it will be very helpful for my meditation. So he goes to Dronachal Parvat and says like, hey, can you please give your son to me? And Dronachal Parvat was so scared because he's sent and he don't want to offend him. So he said, my son, Tulasi Muni wants to take you with him. So then Dronachal Parvat said he was Dronachal actually Govardhan, Giraj Govardhan actually is 8 yojanas in length. It's about 64 miles in length and 5 yojanas wide. It's like 40 miles wide and 2 yojanas tall. It's about 16 miles. And he says, how can you take me? So he said you can sit in my hand. So the Tulasi Muni was really, really powerful. So he held Govardhan in his hand and he started fleeing. But then Govardhan has told him that, in one condition I will come with you. You can carry me, but once you put me on the ground, I will stick it there. You can take me from there. You cannot move me from there. So Tulasi Muni said, don't worry, no problem. So when he was flying, with Govardhan hill, so on the way, it came in the Vrindavan Gokul area. So Govardhan knew about, Lord Krishna is going to appear here. So he started becoming heavy. Govardhan started becoming heavy, so heavy. Then Tulasi Muni actually forgot about it. Let me take some rest. And he put the Giraj Govardhan on the ground and he went to take bath and shower. He came back and he tried to lift Govardhan. And Govardhan is not moving. Hey Govardhan, let's go. What happened? Move. And Giraj Govardhan said, you forgot? And he's like, you promised me you're going to come with me. But you forgot that, whenever you put it down, I will be sticking over there. And Tulasi Muni became so angry, because he had so many plans of using Govardhan in his place. But when Govardhan now is not moving, he became very upset and cursed him. So you want to stay here in Vrindavan? I curse you that every day, a size of a mustard, you will get down and down and down. So you can see that now if you go to Vrindavan, the size of Govardhan is very, very, very small. And there's a shape of a peacock. It is said if you see Vrindavan, you travel if you walk now also, I think it take about 6 hours to complete the whole Govardhan Parikrama by walking. Right? And many devotees do Dandavat Parikrama. Some devotees do 1008 times Dandavat in the same place like that, Dandavat, and complete the whole Govardhan Parikrama. So Giraj Govardhan is actually this wonderful pastime where Krishna wanted to punish their devotee Indra because he was very proud. He was egoistic, thinking that I am the doer. Bhaktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suridam sarva bhutanam gyatmamam santamuchati. Krishna says, I am the bhakta. I am the enjoyer of this world. Right? Those who understand that I am the enjoyer, actually they get the peace in the world. Otherwise, for people who don't think that Krishna is not the enjoyer, they will never receive peace. And in the same way, Indra was thinking I am the enjoyer. Right? All the yajnas, they're supposed to perform for me. That's for me. Right? And with that attitude, Krishna wanted to teach him. So there was Indra Puja going on. And in Vrindavan, they were preparing, all the Nanda Maharaj, all the Brajavasis were preparing so many items and offerings, for Indra Dev. Then Krishna says to his father, Father, what are you doing? Why are you trying to, what is this all the yajnas and all this offering for? Oh, this is for Indra. Because if we don't offer this to Indra, Indra is not going to give us rain. Right? And we are Vaishyas, we need all this rain for cows, all the trees have to grow, all the rains, everything comes from there. We are dependent on rain. Then Krishna says, but that's the duty of Indra. He's supposed to give you rain, even you worship or not worship. He is under the law. Right? Then Nanda Maharaj is and somehow Krishna was able to convince, you should actually worship Govardhan. Govardhan give us everything, all the cows graze over there, all the fruits, everything comes from Govardhan. You are supposed to worship Govardhan. Indra, anyway you worship or not, he's supposed to do his duty. Right? So he convinced Nanda Maharaj that all the Brajavasis, they went with all the offerings, with new clothes, they were wearing, with musical instrument, they were going and did the parikrama, all entire Govardhan, and offered, in in Govardhan, all the items they prepared. And Krishna like took form of Govardhan and ate everything. And he said, more, Aniyor, I want more. And the devotees are making everything. And he eating and eating and eating. So at the end, like all the items were finished. And they got Tulasi, the Lord. And Krishna was satisfied. Okay? And Lord Indra became very, very angry. Very angry. And now with this anger, he wanted to completely destroy entire Vrindavan. So he sent Samvartaka cloud, the cloud of devastation, that when the pralaya is going to happen, this is the cloud that the rain, heavy rain that is going to happen, that Samvartaka cloud is sent to destroy Vrindavan. Just imagine how much hatred he had, how much kind of ego he had. He wanted to destroy entire Vrindavan. And at a time, all the brothers were like, oh my God, we did a mistake. So then Yustamai and Nanda Maharaj said, if Krishna should have some plan. So he lifted Govardhan. I don't want to take a long time because we have to do Damodar Arati. So then Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. He tried to destroy, nothing happened. And he more tried to destroy, sometimes you try to destroy someone, want to do bad something, someone is not happening. You become so frustrated. And Krishna, to tease, Indra, in our body, the left part of our hand, his left part, our hand is very weak. And among them, this pinky finger is very weak, weakest among them. And even in the tip of nails, he was lifting the entire Govardhan, So how miserable Indra was actually. He was so miserable seeing what is happening, right? Later he realized, oh my God, I made a mistake. So there's actually pastime of Lord Brahma also. He tried to, there's a Brahma Bhimon Lila. So I don't want to go over there. So then the Indra comes to Govinda Kund with Surabhi cow and asks forgiveness from the Lord. That I made a big mistake. So please forgive me. So there's a picture here and Krishna forgives. Right? And Krishna teaches him that Lord Indra, do not be proud. So everything, Bhagavad Gita says that all demigods, whatever they giving as a blessing, actually comes from Krishna. Without Krishna's mercy, it's not gonna come. So let's again invite the Lord in our heart, pray. We have Giriraj Govardhan here, and also on Tuesday we'll have a lot of cultural programs. We have Giriraj Govardhan, we'll have Parikrama. It is said that a person who does Parikrama in Govardhan will never have to take birth in this material world. And we have we'll have Giriraj Sila at a time. So doing 7-time Parikrama also is equivalent to 1 time doing the entire Govardhan Parikrama. So we can come on Tuesday. We have a lot of dance, drama, cultural program at that day. Please do come this Tuesday, and we'll have Govardhan Parikrama, utilize that opportunity. Also have Damodar Ashtakam, which we're gonna have today also. And thank you so much for coming. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.